Good morning to... Hello everybody, my name is Tarina and this is the 9th time that I'm trying to record this video. Hello, my name is Tarina and this is the 11th time that I'm filming this video. This is my December AYearathon challenge wrap-up. The prompt was to read graphic novels, manga, comic books, picture books. I was very excited to do this challenge because these are books that I would normally never pick up. I simply just never did. My boyfriend reads a lot of comics and I don't. So there's a lot of comics and graphic novels in my house that I was interested in. I think I talked a little bit about this in my TBR. But over this week and in the process of trying to record this video, I've been struggling with this challenge. It took me a while to realize what the problem was. What the exact problem was and why it was a problem. I don't like the pictures. I know that sounds really strange. The graphics make up more than 80% of the storytelling elements of graphic novels and comic books. That is why they are graphic novels. But I find that the pictures don't do anything for me. While I like them as art, and I can 100% understand a story being told in pictures, I feel as if they simply aren't satisfying. You know, I'm getting no fulfillment or enjoyment out of reading a story in pictures. And of course, everybody is different. Other people are going to see this and think, wow, that's really stupid, Tarina, like, you don't like pictures. I find that I miss using my imagination to conjure up these images. When they're presented for me, it's almost like watching a movie or a television show where everything is laid out before me and it's really easy just to consume it. I'm not a part of it. I'm not engrossed in it. You know, I'm not in that world. And like I said, everybody is different. You know, I'm not trying to say that people who read graphic novels or comics or manga or who watch movies are somehow, like, not as smart or not at, you know, aren't consuming a certain grade of entertainment. You know, that's not true at all. I simply read novels more than I do any of those other visual things. And I think that my sense of what is entertaining and what is engrossing and what is fulfilling has developed based on that. Now I'm going to try again. I'm going to talk about these books that I got to. I did not get to everything on my TBR. I did not finish everything that I'm going to show you. These are the books that I picked up in the order that I picked them up. First, I read Supermarket by Brian Wood. This book I gave a 2 out of 5 stars. This book is action-packed and fast-paced. Whoever did the graphics in this did such a great job because there's very few words in this book, but the graphics definitely make it feel like, oh my goodness, things are about to happen. The problem I had with this book is it was always things are about to happen. You know, there wasn't much of a story at all. It was just like car chasing and shootouts and running from, you know, all this stuff. It's a book about a teenager named Pella Suzuki who is wealthy beyond belief. She doesn't know where all her parents' money comes from, and then one day she finds out very brutally, and she ends up on the run from organized crime organizations in the supermarket, which is the futuristic capitalist society that she lives in. And that's pretty much it. I found myself just begrudgingly turning the pages of this book. I wouldn't recommend it, but then again, other people are into action-y things. I just thought it was very cliche. Every action movie trope that you can think of, it exists in here. So it just wasn't for me. After I finished reading that, I picked up Joe the Barbarian, which, if you remember from my TBR video, my boyfriend was very excited for me to read. He thought I would love this book, and I'm sorry to say that I didn't. I didn't even finish this one. This is a book about a 13-year-old boy named Joe who is home alone one night when he begins to hallucinate. He has a glucose deficiency, and it is causing him to full-on dissociate from reality. He is having a lot of trouble maintaining any form of lucidity as he's trying to get downstairs to the kitchen to get a soda. And he's hallucinating that he's in this fantasy world where all his toys come to life and there's this war going on, and his pet rat, Jack, is trying to help him. But he doesn't understand what's going on. He's like, I just need to get to the kitchen. And as a story, that sounds amazing. I would have loved this if it were a novel. Because the images are most of the storytelling element in books like this, I found that I was missing out on so much that I would have loved to have been included in. It's a great story, but his hallucinations, the sequences where he's hallucinating just were so uninteresting to me. I found myself skimming, which is bad, so I ended up putting it down. Maybe I'll pick it up again one day, but I doubt it. So this one doesn't have a rating. I did not finish it. But I wouldn't necessarily say don't pick this up. My boyfriend really likes it. He highly recommends it. So, you know, if you're into graphic novels, go ahead and pick this one up. After that, I took a couple of days break because I was very discouraged about whether or not I was cut out for this whole graphic novel thing. But after a while, I got myself together. I realized I really did want to read Habibi. So I picked up Habibi by Craig Thompson, and I read this in one sitting. Like, I did not get up at all. I sat down and I read this, and I adored it. This is gonna be a 5 out of 5 stars for me. It did have the same problems that I was talking about before. You know, the pictures were a very important storytelling element, and it wasn't exactly as fulfilling as I would have wanted it to be. But the story was amazing. The story was amazing, and the art fit so well that I couldn't not love this. Craig Thompson is an amazing storyteller. There's not much that I can tell you about this without giving spoilers. So I'll tell you what my boyfriend told me when he recommended it to me. It is about love and the various forms it can take and how it can motivate you in life. This story is told alongside Islamic religious stories, and they are so beautifully woven together. All of the culture and religious elements of this story are so beautifully portrayed and depicted. I cannot recommend this book enough, whether you like novels or graphic novels or you don't read at all. This book is brutally honest and raw and so well done. I'm very happy that I ended up picking this one up. And because of how much I love that, I was very excited to pick up my other Craig Thompson novel, Blankets. This one is also 4, maybe 5 stars for me. This book is an autobiography. And again, it is just honest and blunt and raw and so beautifully told through the artwork and the storytelling, and I applaud him for putting this out. It is it is intense in places. This one also deals with religion. This one deals with Christianity as it impacts his life. Again, it is beautifully told, both alongside and within the story. I highly recommend this one as well. In fact, I highly recommend Craig Thompson. I don't think he's done very much more than these two, but anything that he's done, I am excited to pick up and read. Then the last thing I picked up, V for Vendetta by Alan Moore and David Lloyd. This one I have not finished, but I'm not DNFing it. I will finish this. I'm very excited to finish this. I am adoring this so far. The story of V for Vendetta is that during the Cold War, nuclear war broke out, and this takes place in England, where a fascist party has taken over after the devastation of this war, and it's the story of this anarchist, V, who wants to free the people, and he is a psychopath, and I adore him. I watched part of the movie in high school, so I knew a little bit of what I was getting into, but not enough to like ruin the story for me, and I'm so glad that I didn't ever finish watching the movie. This is amazing. I love V. I can't wait to finish this. Though it's actually kind of dense. Like, it's not it's pretty short, but it's really story heavy. The images do a really good job. They're haunting, they're disturbing, and this story is pretty disturbing. So it definitely adds to the atmosphere. But that is really it for this readathon. I am glad that I took part in it. I am glad that it is over. And thank you for sitting through this all with me. This video is probably going to be a ragtag mashup of clips from all of the videos, so I apologize for that. But thank you for being here, and hopefully I will see you next time. Alright, bye-bye! Take 12. Fuck!